choose whatever topic they want.
That's good.
Talk about whatever they want. But before that starts, I feel like I want to ask you about this like acting thing.
Sure.
If you don't mind. So like where do you act? What do you do?
Yeah, sure. Well, from Windsor here, and there isn't a lot of acting opportunities you can get.
Right.
It started from just doing a few community theater plays here and there around the city. And then I got in contact while I was in university. I went to university for acting purposes. I got accepted. I auditioned. I got accepted on spot and stuff.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And realized that the school environment, it wasn't really for me.
Okay.
And I started to connect with people who actually were going out and trying to make opportunities for themselves. Right?
And you're like, hey, have you bumped into school? And they're like, nah.
Yeah, pretty much. Like from being with people who are actually in the industry, they realize like, yeah, school's not everything,
Okay.
Being passionate and dedicated to your craft is important, and connecting and collaborating with people is important.
And the information is out there for anyone who wants to access it, man. It's just a matter of, like you said, passion. If you want to learn something, you'll go learn it. You don't need a prof to tell you.
You got it. And movies. The movies are there, Watching these movies, you get inspired by these performances, and there's so many amazing actors out there. Even though their methods might not be ideal or safe.
Nick Cage?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
Nick was like, yeah, exactly. All right, action, let's go. Like, all right, Nick, do your fucking thing, man.
All right, man.
But these performances are so entertaining, and
Once again, Nick Cage.
Nick Cage, baby. They're an experience, and something that I want to be a part of. I want to be a part of history.
No, I totally get that, man.
And YouTube.
Hopefully, this won't be your big thing. Hopefully, you'll get to much bigger places than my shitty ass channel.
Oh man, I don't care. Listen, I got a few Call of Duty videos on YouTube, from 10 years ago. No audio, nothing.
All right. So sorry. Like, have you been in any flicks?
Sure. Okay. So, I just been representing myself.
Like you're your own agent.
In a way, I had a few short films and things that I've been nominated for here in Windsor, and there's this agent that saw a few of them, and she would judge the films, and she said that, I think you have the potential to get some work. I want to help you out and stuff. And I realized that a lot of this work was outside of Windsor, and the ultimate goal was to get to where the work is, Toronto,
Right.
But for the meantime, I finished school, this pandemic started, and kind of put everything back, right? But when it comes to flicks and stuff, I've done multiple music videos that some of them have got over 100,000 views. I've done Ontario Nurses Association commercials. I've done this commercial for Imagine Cinemas that it's like a preview on theater etiquette before each movie. It's probably in 14 different cinemas across Ontario.
Okay.
So nothing huge Netflix stuff,
but you're getting your foot in the door.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
That's the plan. That's the goal. And
right there with you, man. You
got it, right? Keep working at it.
Oh my God, the grind.
Yeah, exactly.
This grind that goes nowhere, but still trying. So how old are you? Can I ask?
Yeah, sure. 25.
25. All right, still in the game. Still in the game. Where do you hope to go? Is there a particular genre of movies you want to be in at some point?
I love all this shit. Honestly, when I was a little kid.
Yeah, but if you had to pick, you're like, I want
to pick.
Or maybe I'll give you a different question. If there's one iconic role that you'd like to take on, whether one exists already or something you'd like to bring to the screen. I love Lord of the Rings,
man. I saw it as a little kid, and I'm like, I want to be in Middle Earth.
Gandalf?
Yeah, I want to be Gandalf.
Oh my God.
But when I was a little kid, I would just fucking sorry for the language.
No worries, man. I gotta apologize myself all the time to myself.
But I love pretending. having this imaginary playground is my domain, you know. And as I got older, I realized, I'm like, holy shit, these people they're actors. They're not actually the real thing. And at a young age, I realized, I'm like, that is a really cool job.
To pretend to be someone that's like OP.
Yeah, exactly. To pretend in the most serious way.
I am Iron Man.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking shit, dude.
Like, it's like, all right, my motivation is I'm fucking Tony Stark. I'm a badass pimp. You know, I'm the smartest guy in the world. I can make the most destructive iron suit weapon. Like, go. And then
why does he just take over Alex Trebek's job, dude? Did you know that everybody thinks that dude's like a genius? Like, everybody thinks he's like Giga Brain. But it's just reading questions.
Yeah, honestly. And then for 30 years or so, no. But,
oh my God.
No, man, I just feel like acting, I love storytelling. And there's so many important stories that need to be shared. And to be a part of a really important story that can get to a person in a way where they can relate and connect with, and like, holy shit, I never thought of it in that way. I understand what this person's feeling like.
So what
it's moving.
What are some movies that have moved you, per se?
Honestly, I just finished watching a pretty wild movie called Beasts of No Nation.
Oh, I thought you'd say movie 43, but...
Movie 43? No. Not that. I heard bad things of that one.
Oh, you should watch that one.
You like it?
I love it. Yeah.
Is it because it's just super wacky?
It's pretty funny, yeah.
Is Hugh Jackman in it?
Hugh Jackman's in it.
Yeah, I forget. No, he's got balls for a chin, right?
Yeah, his balls for a chin.
Man, and his little balls going in the bowl soup.
I think that's when I was watching it the second time, and the second time I was watching it, I was on shrooms.
Yes. All right. Now we're talking. No,
like that's kind of where it ended, because my girlfriend at the time was like, "Nope, we're done with this." So
once the balls hit the soup, it's like, all right, I'm peaking. This is too much for me.
Fucking pube. So you watched the movie?
No, just that scene, because I know it's Hugh Jackman with a fucking bald chin eating soup. I'm like, I gotta see this.
That is one of the most iconic parts of that non-iconic movie, but.
There's a girl that's on her period too, I think. There's some, I don't know, some joke, some gag.
There's so many. The entire movie is like one giant gag, man. And it's like, it's done so creatively. I love it.
I hate SNL now, man. The skits that are coming out.
I wouldn't be able to comment that. The only SNL bits I saw was like a little bit of the Elon Musk stuff that came out.
Yeah, I saw
and before
that
then, it would have been many years.
You know Chris Farley?
I know Chris Farley. He's dead though, right? He's
long dead. But like his energy and charisma, you would see him do cartwheels on screen and just, and you're just like, whoa, who's this guy?
I don't know if like you're more in the acting world, or what? Do you think like the energy of like the older people might be like more than today's people? Like you look at someone like Jim Carrey, right? That guy was like exploding all the time.
Yeah.
So, like, can you find an equivalent person to that right now? Like, who do we have that's like a Jim Carrey persona? Does that exist?
It's very difficult. Like, a person that I really gravitated towards and I was inspired by was Robin Williams.
Also, like, from ages ago. And dead.
Yeah, and dead. And it's just sad because, you know, this person is...
You actually kind of look like him. Is that like?
Oh, hey, I know.
You kind of have like a little bit of like, what was it? Good Will Hunting, was it? Then he's got the beard rolling.
It's not your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I've learned a little bit like the monologues and stuff.
Oh my god, dude. So you do impressions as well?
Oh yeah, you want to hear a couple of impressions?
Sure. Right. Give us some of your impressions, man.
All right. Okay, so there's simple Stallone, you know, you pretend as if you have a strong you do this, it's an Uber driver, green light, red light, I can't see anything, I'm blind. That one, and then you got your Christopher Walken. Everyone does Christopher Walken.
Everyone's got a Walken, right?
Yeah. But like, when you do a Christopher Walken, you start like this, that, baby. And then you can kind of get to his like really low, like, all right, I got this little watch, little man.
Dude, that's
you know what I mean? Yeah, you got your man McConaughey's got this little t-shirt.
All right.
Just getting a little cold here, all right? Little things in that. I'm drinking, so they're not sharp tonight.
They're sharp, man. They're on point. This is fucking good. I'm looking this way, so I can't even tell. It's like
one time on stage, I had to play it was a World War II play, and I had to be a Russian and a German. So I would go on and off as two different characters.
Please.
So you do your Russian, it's like this. You kind of get into your mode, right? This is very cliche Russian, right? And as you continue to do your lines, you kind of get in that habit of like, all right, I'm in the mood. You have to say a few words like, okay, this, that, and then when you're doing your German, it's like, okay, you can do your German like this, like that. You can do it very, hi, I'm very German. Nein, type shit.
Do you know Craig Ferguson?
Oh man, he's great.
Oh my god, Craig Ferguson doing his
Who's
German.
that at the door? The secretary. You know
Fucking hell, dude. Craig Ferguson's German just puts me in a different, like...
Craig Ferguson,
man. The fucking legend.
He was the best,
He was the best. I haven't watched any fucking late night shows since he retired. It's not even worth anymore.
Oh, so Peter is a cockatoo. He's just like fucking showing the birds and stuff. And
oh my god, dude. I'm starting to, like, I don't know if I'm gonna implement this at any point.
Sure.
But do you remember when Ferguson used to do like he would like swear on television and put a flag on his face. I cramba, Tutsi Frutti, all that shit.
Yep.
I'm gonna start putting that into my channel just like an homage.
Do it.
But like I don't censor anything, so it would have to be like someone's name or something where I stick that in.
Sure.
But it's gonna happen.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Do you have like a TikTok or something, man?
See, that's the thing too. It's so many people say
you should do it.
Do your TikTok.
People used to tell me all the time. Like, for my channel, all the time. Do it.
Since 2012, when I was, like, in high school, they were saying you start a YouTube channel, this, that. And it's kind of weird because as I got older and I'm seeing all these people post on social media, you see these TikTokers and whatnot, and it's kind of like it's all for advertising. It's all for likes and whatnot. And as I got older, I started to take acting very serious, and I didn't want to kind of advertise myself or represent myself.
I don't think so, man. I think you're thinking about it the wrong way. Just think about it as getting yourself out there. Look at Justin Bieber. How did Bieber get his start?
It was Stratford. He was fucking... And then
he was on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And he got recognized. Yeah. And now he's one of the biggest stars in the world.
Yeah.
He's not going to sit down and think, well, people, so... No. Like, it doesn't matter how. What matters is you become recognized.
Tell you what, I can die a lot better than Justin Bieber can on screen, okay? When he was in CSI and he got fucking lit up.
Like, do you know how many like impressionists there are on TikTok that are not as good as you? My brother is one of them. He might be as good as you, but he doesn't put the work in. If you put the work in, you got a bunch of things going and they're good. You can pick up, and then from there you can easily land yourself a contract that's a lot bigger than what you've been doing.
Absolutely. And
so it's all about, like, everything's about networking, man. Anything you're doing, unless you're giving rides to people at night, networking, even with that, networking will help you a little bit.
Networking is key. And see, I got kicked out of acting school.
You didn't say that part. You said you decided that school wasn't for me.
Now I don't know how personal am I gonna get, eh? Okay, that's a way.
So why did you get kicked out?
So you can do
you want to go for the rest of this drive? We can go circle around.
De Niro.
We can do the rest of this in De Niro if you want.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Where are we going?
Well, this is my place, but
I can circle you around a bit if you want.
Yeah, we'll do a circle real quick.
All right.
I'll get this. Say some stuff. Okay, so
don't mind that. That's just my seatbelt telling me I'm about dying soon.
After high school, I started getting into theater, and then after doing maybe like 7 plays or so in the course of 2 years, I auditioned here in Windsor. I got in, and I was super excited. I wasn't 18, like fresh out of high school. I had 2 years off, and when I started university for here, do I say the place? I don't want to.
Tutsi Frutti.
Yeah, you got it. I realized that they were telling me that you have built habits that need to be broken down, and we're going broken down. So I'm drinking. I probably drank.
I don't know why.
I must have drank at least like 8 beers today or something.
All right, sure.
My buddy came down. So they're telling you that you need to wipe all these habits in order to create better, more professional habits. And
like what?
So I remember doing a monologue and
which professional habits does fucking Nick Cage follow?
Right? None. Jesus. I'm just in general that they're gonna kind of reset you in a way. So your perspective on acting. Yeah. In a way, it's very cult like theater school, and it's their way or the highway. Right. And I realized that I didn't want to lose that passion that I had for acting in the first place. That
right.
Childlike.
They kill it inside you at the school.
Yeah, and you're there, and they're telling you that you need to articulate their language or.
You know, I never thought about it the way that like university kind of like just like the schooling system boxes everybody into the same mold. I never thought about that in terms of like the arts of how like that could really be a problem. Arts.
They should be encouraging you to be your own person. Yeah. And to
it just doesn't fit the system, right? That's not what the system is meant for.
Yeah, exactly. So. And there's a lot of like accusations and lies that were passing around.
They accused you of what, like cheating, like what?
No, just working with a partner, and I'm very open, and I want to be able to listen and to collaborate with my partner in the best way possible, right? I want them to be satisfied and happy with their scene, and I want us both to be happy going into the scene, right? And just because I wasn't able to articulate the university language and their acting directions, they kind of I'm trying to think of the proper wording for this. They just would give you a bad grade, right? Saying like you're not saying our language, you know, so what you're saying is bad.
And improved talking points.
Yeah, and I remember saying to a person like, "Hey, I think the scene is really good. Let's run it a few times." And a lot of people would speak to the teacher. A lot of high school drama when it came to it, and said like, "Oh, Kitu isn't doing the exercise that I said so." And
like what? I don't even understand what you guys do in class. I cannot even compute. There's a lot. What is an assignment? Go home and stand in front of the mirror and pretend to be Robert De Niro? I don't know.
No, man, that would be better. That would be better. A lot of do the lines backwards and
do the lines backwards. That's like your assignment. Go home and do these lines backwards.
No, it's just weird ass exercises
and
for
they charge you money to do this.
All right, they charge you a lot of money, and I just realized that they didn't focus on film whatsoever. And as much as I loved being on stage and being in front of an audience and being in the present moment, like shit's going down, I loved film a lot more because it's just something that's been a part of my life since I was a little kid.
Right.
And I've realized that whenever I acted realistically, where I would treat these characters as if I was in real life, they would tell me, "You're acting on film right now. You're acting on film. You're too filmic right now, Kitu."
Too filmic.
And I'm just like, they're like, you're too Brando right now. Telling me I'm acting like Marlon Brando. And last time I recall, I'm like, isn't Marlon Brando fucking G? You know?
No, man, that guy was a scumbag, don't you know? He would show up and like not know any of his lines and out of shape and.
He's going there for 2 days and just do his lines and I don't care about your opinions. Yeah, exactly. He would just do his thing, and like, yeah, that's shitty, but he knew he was good, right? It doesn't mean he was a respectable person and like he was a good person.
What's
he was
good
an
about
asshole.
It? If you come in and don't do your lines, What do you mean?
I'm just look. What I was just saying is that they were.
Imagine if you're like a baseball player, you show up with a tennis racket, you whack the first baseman, and you run to the crowd. You're like, well, I did something, and it was good.
I fucking did
but,
it,
like,
baby.
I didn't do the thing you wanted me to, but whatever.
I'm just saying that they were saying my acting was very Marlon Brando, and I didn't really understand what that meant. And right. I think it meant that I was too filmic in a way. Anyways.
I have no idea what filmic means. You keep saying this, but filmic I don't think to an average person.
I'm drunk. I wish I can.
I doubt you made this word up right now, though. That's the thing. Like filmic sounds like something
you are in theater
before.
And you are in a venue of, let's say, there's 100 people.
Okay.
Or 200 people.
Okay.
You need to be able to express your body and your voice, so the people in the back of the theater can hear you and understand what you're saying. Right? When it comes to film, if you're transitioning from a theatrical background to on camera, you're going to be way too big, and it's going to look ridiculous on camera. You need to be able to express your
like
characters.
You're too exaggerated. Is what
yeah,
you're saying.
exactly.
Like you're just going like, oh.
Yeah. You're going, oh, but like the camera's here and like, oh.
Right.
It doesn't come off as honest or truthful.
So you're doing the opposite because you were being filmic.
Yeah,
So you're not expressing yourself enough. You're too subtle. You're doing Robert De Niro facial expressions for someone who's sitting 30 rows back.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, I've learned how to fuck, man. Being on
You've learned how to fuck, man.
How to fuck men. All right, love wins, baby. Fucking, this is ridiculous. It's fucking Uber. What fucking time is it? It's 4:20, man.
We missed 4:20, man. I missed 4:20 because of you. But we'll let that one slide.
Oh my god. Anyways, I just love acting, and I've been a part of it for so long that I've been a part of at least like 50 productions, theatrical and film. Damn, commercials, dude. And short films.
When did you start? 50 is a lot for 25. That's 2 a year if you started at 0.
I started probably like in grade 5, my first play. And then didn't really do much. High school, I played Pony Boy in The Outsiders. In like grade 10, I was in Christmas Carol. I got out of high school and then I did about like 7 or 8 plays. My first one was like an ensemble, part of the ensemble for Othello. Lot of different plays. So I'm the type of person that would be able to say yes to these roles and kind of go with the flow, figure out like, hey, whatever the role is, I'll adjust to it, and I'll be your guy if a person ever were to leave, like for some reason. They know that I'm not gonna complain when I'm on set, that I'm dedicated and I'm willing to.
So you're not Marlon Brando. You're the opposite of him, and they accuse you of being Brando.
With the school?
So sick, the needle.
Nah, man. It's just they did me wrong. I ended up doing this bad on a paper too, and
so you think that they were like after you, like?
Yeah. There was definitely a lot of people who.
Like why? Just like the students or the teachers? Like.
A little bit of both.
They just ganged up on you.
Yeah. It's
just because they don't like you.
It's just because they thought that
You're gonna take over the industry. You're gonna
no.
You're gonna make them look bad.
No, they just misunderstood me, I think.
How so? Like, I don't think teachers misunderstand people and try to get them kicked out of the school. I feel like you're leaving things out, like you were before.
I feel like I am leaving things out because the camera's here, and this is like a personal moment.
Well, we can switch somewhere else if you don't.
No worries. It's fine. I
don't want to get you into shit with your,
It's just they're very cult-like, and that anything outside of the university is incorrect. And if you did any work outside of the university, they would kind of scold you and tell you like you're not allowed to do that.
Like if you took a role outside the university?
Yeah. So what I thought, in my opinion, or what I thought was best, was if I am in university for acting, I want to be able to apply the things that I'm learning to jobs outside of university, right? So when I leave university, I will already have a portfolio and resume already created.
Like, this is pretty standard in universities.
Yeah,
like, where I went, it's like, my school is famous for this, for their co-op program. That, people work as they learn, so when they're ready to go, they're already in there.
Exactly. But they kind of, they didn't want to really collaborate with any of the other theatrical productions or in Windsor. It was just kind of their elite. This is the Windsor's finest actors. And anything outside of it, they thought of it as unprofessional, right? And that's when they decided to say to me that I've created bad habits. And bad habits meant habits that habits that I created outside of university.
Oh my god, dude, that's so dumb.
So I got kicked out of the program because I did bad on a paper, but the presentation itself, it was a group presentation. We ended up getting like an A on it. Right?
You were in a group assignment in which you got an A, and they kicked you out of the university because of it. You're definitely leaving stuff out.
Because of the paper. I have.
Did you write like Nazi propaganda on there?
No. None of this. It's so here. This is what happened. I'm trying to quote this essay I got from an email. 3 of my scene partners. Man, I don't even feel like people are gonna see this thing.
They're not gonna see it. Don't worry. Not for another 10 years.
Okay. 3 of my scene partners from extreme unhappiness and bewildered acceptance have told me I refuse to listen to their ideas during rehearsals, and that I either come off as disrespectful to women or just arrogant. And these girls spoke to the teacher and complained about the rehearsal process I have for these scenes. So it was like in the span of like 3 months where you did 3 scenes, 1 person each time, right? So 3 girls complained about me, right?
Wait, so like 3 scenes, like you and another girl each time, a different girl.
Yeah,
so it's 2 people total.
There's 3 scenes I've done, 3 partners. Right? Okay. Maybe the first month I did 1 scene. The second month I've done another scene with a different partner. So
and they all complained about you.
They all complained about me, right? And
saying what?
So I've refused to listen to their ideas, and that I said that it was okay for let's just run the scene, and that I felt all right about the scene. It said in the email that me feeling all right about a scene is bad.
All right about a scene in terms of what? Like they wanted to redo it or rewrite it?
Or try something else. And I said like, I feel pretty all right about the scene. And instead of these people communicating with me their thoughts, they ended up complaining to the teacher. Yep. And I was fully unaware of how these people felt about being in the scene, right? So it's funny because I've been a part of so many scenes and sets, and I never had the problem of communicating others' requests or their thoughts or whatever, because you want to listen to whatever they're thinking about. And when I got to university, these younger people thought that I was being cocky or I was being disrespectful to them because I didn't want to do certain exercises that they asked me of.
Right.
Sorry,
man. I just while we're talking, I gotta take you home at the same time because we gotta get going. Can you direct me which way?
Yeah, literally just take a right here.
Okay. Sorry about that, but keep going.
Sorry. Yeah, no worries. And I spoke to the teacher and I said like beforehand, before he sent me this long email about like, like I'm sorry, I was completely unaware. Like I will work on it. And then as next months go by, I got this huge email and I'm just like, whoa. So I asked this teacher of mine, I'm not gonna say the person's name, can I speak to you so you can hear from my side of the story, right? And they said, from what your scene partners have said, and in the scenes I've watched, there's no debatable factor here. What do you want to talk about? So they didn't even give me an opportunity to speak on my behalf. So
that sounds hella rigged, man.
And
unless they said like privately, hey, this guy like raped us or something, and like they didn't tell you that part. Is this you here?
Yeah, this is me.
All right, man. I do gotta let you go, unfortunately.
No worries.
If